Yeah. No, you never told me that.
I could have said, okay, well, whatever.
Wow.
It's never come up in discussion. All right, anyway.
Gosh. Okay, the next one I really like, and it's a very electronica, is Even Better Than the Real Thing by Dead or Alive.
Oh, okay.
Originally done by U2 in 1991.
Well, I'm going to have to listen to that.
Yeah, so.
Like me some Dead or Alive.
This one, when I first heard it, I'm like, what? Mm-hmm. And they're like, here's Duran Duran with a cover of White Lines. I'm like, excuse me? 1995, originally by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five from 1983.
Jesus Christ.
Did you ever hear that?
No, I've never heard
You've never heard... Oh. I dropped the phone. You've never heard that?
No, I've never
White
heard that.
Lines.
I probably have, but I know the message better, obviously, but...
Right.
Anyway.
So, listen to my playlist. Billy Idol covered Don't You Forget About Me by Simple Minds.
Yes, that is Simple Minds.
Simply Red. Okay, Billy covered it in 2001. Simple Minds did it in 1985. And here's the thing with that. It was written for them for the Breakfast Club in 85. They turned it down. But then, at last minute, I guess they had a... Change of Heart, and they recorded it. And it was like their most famous hits.
Oh, yeah.
It's like...
That kind of makes them a one-hit... They're not, but it kind of makes them a one-hit wonder, because that's when you think of them, you think of that song.
Right,
so.
That is true. Then I have Stevie Ray Vaughan, The Sky is Crying, and that is an old blues tune by Elmore James in 59.
Wow.
And Stevie recorded it. And there's different, 3 different dates, so he recorded it on different occasions. So, and 84 is the one that mostly pops up, that version. So... And man, his guitar playing too. It's like, wow. It like blew me away. It's always blown me away.
I had a friend who was obsessed with him.
With Stevie Ray Vaughan? Wow. I know when he died, it's like, oh, geez. A plane crash, right?
Yes.
I think it was a plane crash.
Yes.
Toots and the Maytals, who I saw live. I forgot I saw them live at the House of Blues. They were awesome. And at the time, I was like, how old is this man? When I came home, I'm like, he was like up there, and he was already in his, late 70s, early 80s when I saw him.
That was like 10 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and he passed, 3 years ago or something like that?
Yeah.
So they did a cover of Louie Louie.
Oh.
Who was done by, actually, the Kingsmen are known for it.
Right.
In 1964, but... The originator was Richard Berry in 1957.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And when did Toots and the Maytals do it?
73. Their version they did in 73. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Fiona Apple, Use Me by Bill Withers.
Okay.
So that is not available. That's one that's not available. You can't find it on Spotify. You could find a live version on YouTube if you look for it.
Okay.
So Bill Withers is on there. So I have the Bill Withers
right
on the playlist, but of course not hers because it's not available. Smashing Pumpkins, Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac did theirs in 1975, and Smashing Pumpkins released theirs in 94. That one's a really good one. I was like, when I started hearing it, I'm like, this song sounds familiar. Why? And then it hit me. I'm like, oh, that's a Fleetwood Mac tune. What the heck?
And then the Dixie Chicks did it 10 years later.
I didn't know that.
That was one of their top hits too.
Oh,
Landslide.
really?
That's another one I think is another very covered song.
Oh, Landslide.
Yeah,
wow.
I've heard a couple covers of that.
This one blew my mind.
What?
No Doubt.
Yes.
Oi to the World.
That's a cover?
My favorite Christmas song. And you know how much I love Christmas.
That is also
on
my Christmas list too. Anyway,
yeah,
go on.
I love that song.
Yeah.
That was done by the Vandals, a punk group out of California in 1996, and No Doubt covered it in 97, just a year later. Yeah. So I listened to...
Because that was from one of the Christmas very special Christmas.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Albums.
No Doubts, yeah.
Yeah.
And I listened to the Vandals, and in the very beginning, I'm like, he's doing some talking, but then it goes into the way they do it too.
Right,
it's like
very punk, very ska. So...
My last one is Freddie McGregor, Black and White, 2009. It's a Three Dog Night tune from 1972. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Three Dog Night.
Oh yeah.
They have a lot of good songs. The Doobie Brothers are another group. There's just so much good music out there that is being forgotten, and I wish someone would just play the different tunes of of there's being a hit or just being a good song. It doesn't have to be a hit, you know?
I was discussing this with our nephew because he played something. I'm like, oh, you can't. I'm like, this isn't even a cover. This is just, or this isn't even a sample. It's a cover. Because like you said something about sampling. And it was, I was like, dude, that's not even a cover. It's a sample. It's a cover. And it was like word for word of a Elton John song.
Oh.
But I'm like, but they like pretty much played the whole song. I'm like, that's just a cover. It's not even a sample.
Right. So, they just redid it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because there's someone on, I forgot what his name is. I'll look it up later. But he does samples too. And he talks about, I think he's a DJ. And he shows, like, the original, or he shows the popular song, and then he shows the original of where the sample or the cover is from.
Okay.
Like Tracy Chapman with Luke Combs.
Oh, right. That's another one. I forgot about that.
Yeah, there's...
I love Tracy Chapman.
Paint the Town Red by Doja Cat is Walk On By... The sample is Walk On By Dionne Warwick.
Oh, okay.
So he does stuff like that. It's really interesting how he does that, and he's like, well, this is the original.
Right.
I guess Kanye did... He sampled the Backstreet Boys.
Oh.
And there's a bunch of
without their permission?
I don't know. I don't know. But I don't think you could do that now. You have to get permission.
Oh yeah.
But
also they could sue you.
Kids were there were these memes of kids going like, "Oh, listen to this hot track." And the parent playing, Backstreet Boys now. And they'd be like, "I knew this back in '97."
Yeah. See, that's the thing. It's like a lot of like, "Oh, that's old-timey music. Michael Jackson, what?" Get out of here.
Right.
It's like, you've never heard it. It's new music to you. That's what it is. It's like, it's good music. It's like,
it's very rare that I have something new. I think Doja Cat is the only newest one. I think besides that, maybe I had some Blackpink on there from last year. And then BTS. And then after that, I can't remember what I had. That's newer.
Yeah.
I hardly, like within the last couple of years.
To what I like, what I know.
Yeah.
And there's so much music, too. It's like, then there's so much music, older music that I've never heard. So that's new to me. It's like, come on, man. Like some of these covers too. I didn't know about, certain ones. I'm like, oh really? They covered that? I'm like, okay. But...
And of course if you listen to our music episode, we talked about Stairway to Heaven and Heart. For the Kenny music, we talked about that, and just that, that whole even Kid Rock did a good one with Ramalon. I was like, I'll even give it to him. But yeah, that whole section was good.
Wow.
And then the Carlos Santana one too it was a couple years later.
Carlos Santana.
Yeah, and Buddy Guy did.
Covered.
He covered. I don't know what the song was, but it was good. He did his blues style because he had done it.
Oh right.
So
there's that one, and I have the DVD actually, tribute to Bob Marley, where some artists, covered some of his songs. They did a good job too. It's like, there's just so much good music, so much original music and covers and music we've never heard yet, or old music I haven't never heard, and I try to keep my ears open on the new stuff, but I just can't get into it. It's like, right. Or like you said, it's stuff that's been done already. It's just they just rework it. It's old tunes. It's like,
so like some of them. But...
Yep.
Oh, was that your stomach?
I was hungry.
All right, well, on that note,
I think it's snack time.
We're going to get a snack.
Yeah. So, all right. Thanks for listening. And again, I have my playlist if you want to check it out. Catch you later.
Bye.
Hey, listeners. Just an FYI, I added Grapes picks from our covers discussion to that playlist on my Spotify. So just to let you know, thanks again. Thanks for listening, and catch you later.